All right. And as always, you know your body's best. So if you're dealing with an injury, illness, low energy, pregnancy, take any modifications that work for you. But as we get started in our variation of a hero's pose, close your eyes, roll your shoulders down your back, pull in your pelvic floor, maybe rest your palms on your thighs. Just take a few breaths here. Walking out to the outside world. Start to focus on your breath, how your body is feeling in this moment. And then whenever it makes sense in your breath cycle, let out a big open mouth exhale. Soften your jaw, your shoulders, release any tension you may be holding from your day. And then take a full long breath in, sit up a little bit taller. Open mouth exhale, let it go. Pull your navel in. Another one just like that. Deep breath in, fill up. Press your belly out. Open mouth exhale, pull it in. And take another full inhale, fill up to your peak. Pause the top, seal your lips, exhale through your nose. Start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. Long inhales and exhales through your nose. Maybe counting in for 3, exhaling out for 3. With every exhale, maybe slowly soothing your scalp, relaxing your shoulders, feeling the tension release from your ribs, your low back, your hips, even your toes. If you're working with an intention today, think of it now. I spent the last few moments trying to find the correct quote, but maybe just being on your mat is enough today. Take a few more breaths, exactly where you are. Good. We'll stay in this position. We're going to do cat-cow with our torso. So inhale, pull your chest forward, maybe you lift your chin. Exhale, chin to chest, round through your upper back. Almost draw your hands towards your knees. Another one just like that. Inhale, pull your chest forward, lift your chin. Exhale, chin to chest, round, massaging your thighs down. Feel free to stay with this gentle in and out movement. Or if you'd like to add a little bit more warmth, speed it up. A few more rounds. Bringing that warmth to our spine. Round and release. Good, come back to center. You have a block underneath your sit bones or between your heels, set it to the side. And then we're going to come into a side plank. So root down your right palm, press your left foot out, and lift your hips to stack above your right knee. So press your hips forward. Maybe reach your left hand high. Good, a big side stretch along our left side here. And then if this feels good, maybe take some windmills with your right arm, going forward a few times first. And then going towards your foot, the same amount of times, 2 or 3 circles. And then pause and center. Really root down that left pinky toe as you reach that left arm up and over your left ear. Stretch while you lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Good, and then come back to your kneeling position, back to center. Feel free to take another seated cat-cow or round and release. Good, and then other side. Press your left palm to the side of you. Press your right foot out and lift your hips so they're stacking above your left knee. Reach your right arm high, big arch along your right side. And then maybe take those windmill circles with your right arm, going forward. And then going back. Back to your gate pose or half supported side plank, and then reach that right arm up and over. Biceps around your right ear. Lift your right hip an even amount. And then come back to seating on your heels, knees bent. Maybe take another round of that rounded release or a slow version cat-cow. Good. And then we're going to spread our knees wide, come into a child's pose. So shift your hips back, walk your hands forward. Forehead comes to the mat just for a breath or two. Feel your belly expand between your thighs. Now keeping our knees where they are, walk your hands forward and bring your chest to touch the mat. Good, so you're almost in a cobra-like pose. Bend your knees and inhale, arch your back, press your pelvis down. Good, release your belly back to the mat. Exhale, child's pose, press yourself back, returning so your booty touches your heels, forehead to the mat. Two more just like that. Inhale, hinge forward, shoulders surpass the wrist, bend at your knees, release your chest, your chin to the earth. Press back, child's pose, hips melt towards your heels, forehead down to the mat. Last one, inhale, reach forward. Release your belly, your chest all the way down using those strong triceps. Lift your shoulder heads back and exhale, find your way back into a child's pose. Knees wide, forehead down. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, tabletop, squeeze your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, hips high. Take a moment here, maybe pedal out your feet, maybe shake out your legs, crack your toes, whatever feels right. I like to be nice and warm. And then find stillness. Your feet should be about hip width distance. Flick your tailbone back. Spiral your biceps to your face. Deep inhale. Gaze at your hands. Step forward to ragdoll's pose. Feet are about hip width distance. And just lay your chest over your legs. Let the crown of your head pull your neck long. Feel free to reach for opposite elbows or take another variation of this pose. Continue to warm up our low backs, our backs of our legs. And then dangle your fingertips down. Say yes and no with your head. Open and close your jaw. Stick out your tongue. Shimmy your feet near each other and slowly begin to rise. Tucking your tailbone down, stacking one vertebrae at a time until finally you stand tall. Inhale, roll your shoulders to your ears. Lie them down your back to the side. Come to Samasthiti, hands at heart center. Take a moment, close your eyes. Reconnect with your breath, your intention. Then open your eyes, release your arms long by your side. Inhale, mountain pose, Rajana, tadasana. Good, spinning your pinkies forward to open your upper back. Scooping your low belly in, lifting up the muscles just above your kneecaps. Keep your hips facing forward. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Right fingertips reach back. Left fingertips reach forward. Maybe gaze towards your right thumb. Inhale, mountain, reach high. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Tee out those arms. Pull that right hip crease back as you gaze over your left arm. Inhale, mountain, find leg. Exhale, forward fold, dive over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, draw your hands up your shins or thighs. Crown of your head grows forward as you press your thighs back. Exhale, bow. Plant both palms, step back, find a high plank, high push-up. Pausing here, Press into the mat, slight bend in your elbows. Shoot your heels back, take a deep inhale. Lower your knees, squeeze your triceps to your side as you lower your chest and belly together. Inhale, baby cobra. Little to no weight in your hands, point your toes back. Exhale, release. Feel free to take that child's pose or find your way into a high plank and then downward facing dog. 2 breaths in down dog, gazing at those toes, necks long. Let's flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow, gaze at your shins. Inhale, mountain, root down, reach high. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Inhale, mountain, reach out and up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right, keep your hips squared forward. Inhale, mountain, lengthen. Exhale, open arm twist to the left, gaze at your left thumb. Inhale, mountain, reach. Exhale, forward fold, dive. Inhale, halfway lift, weight shifts towards your toes. Exhale, fold, plant both palms, step back, high plank. Pausing here, firing up your belly, hugging your muscles to your bones. Take a deep breath in. Lower your knees, squeeze your elbows back, lower your chest and belly together. Inhale, either cobra or a little bit more lift in the chest, dragging your heart forward. Exhale, release back down. Tuck your toes. Feel free to find that child's pose first or high plank in downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Last one, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, 90-degree bend in your body. Exhale, release. Inhale, mountain, reach. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Inhale, mountain, lift. Exhale, open arm, twist to the right. Pull that left hip back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, open arm, twist to the left. Tee out your arms. Inhale, mountain, reach. Exhale, forward fold, melt down. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, plant both palms, step or hop back, high plank. Pausing here. Now that our body's warmed up, feel free to take your full chaturanga, hinging forward, lowering halfway. Flip to the tops of your feet, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As always, feel free to take any variation of those chaturangas, skipping them completely, maybe just hanging in plank, or trying the child pose that we started with. Full breath in, full breath out. Let's work on our sun salutation B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or travel to the front of your mat, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, but fly your arms back. So still using that strength in your legs, the long spine, but airplane your arms. Gaze is down. Then inhale, chair pose, bend into your knees, sweep your arms forward and up. So check out where your knees are. They should be close to stack over your heels, or at least pull them back enough to see your toes. Tuck that tail if you tend to stick out your booty. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold, shake it out. Tense your fingertips, step your left foot up and back, big low lunge. So our front knee stayed stacked over our front heel. We're gonna spin and plant our back foot parallel and blossom open to the side for our warrior two. Check out your feet. I like that front heel to back arch or back heel alignment. You feel expansive here. Keep bending into that right knee and wrap that right inner thigh towards your pinky toe. Arms stretched out, gaze is forward. Flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse forward or maintain the legs. Give yourself a big side stretch here. Creating length between your right hip point, your bottom right rib. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Squeeze your front knee straight. We're going to triangle pose here. So tick-tock your hip back, reach your right arm forward, and then down. So instead of landing your hand on your right shin, just press the top of your hand against your leg. And to really activate our obliques here, we're going to do 3 pulses, lifting up and then lower. Lift up an inch or 2, then lower. Last one, lift up. Pause back in your triangle pose. Keep wrapping that left hip back. Baby gaze up. Good. Bend into your right knee, come into a low lunge. Frame your right foot with both hands. And then walk your right foot to the top right corner. Lower your back knee, untuck your back toe. Press into your right knee, gaze over your right shoulder for a runner's lunge twist. Maybe come to the outer edge of your right foot. Breathe. Good. Plant both palms underneath your chest. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Sweep your right heel up and back, 3-legged down dog kick. Feel free to go to down dog or flow through a chaturanga. That's high to low. Inhale, belly back bend, heart pulls forward. Exhale, sweep your hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Other side, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with airplane arms. Still 90-degree bend in your body, but arms firm. And then exhale, chair bend into those knees, root into those heels, sweep your arms up. Good, pull your belly off your thighs. Slight tug of that tail, and imagine ripping your feet away from each other. One more breath here. Exhale, forward fold, lift your sit bones, lengthen your legs, shake it out. Tense your fingertips. Step your right foot up and back, low lunge. Lower those hips, keep them there. Spin and plant that back heel. Rise on up, warrior 2 to the side. So spin your belly button to face the left side of your mat, whatever side of the mat. Keep bending into that front knee, so tracks toward your second toe. Relax your shoulders down your back. Breathe in your warrior 2. Flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and over. No weight in that back hand. Keep your legs activated. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. Straighten your front knee. Triangle pose. Bump your hips back. Reach forward, bend down. So my arms are stacked. My torso is stacked over my left thigh. We're going to pulse up 3 times if there was a balloon attached to your right fingertips. Lift up, and exhale, lower. Lift up, then lower. Last one, lift up, and then find your Trikonasana. Draw your heels together, maybe lift your gaze. Good, bend into your left knee, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Shimmy your left foot to the top left corner. Runner's lunge, lowering your back knee, untuck your back toes. Runner's lunge twist, press into your left thigh, gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Good, plant both palms on the mat in front of you. Tuck your back toe. Sweep your left heel up and back, 3-legged down dog kick. Stay here, come to down dog, or chaturanga, hinging forward and lowering halfway. Find what works best for you. We all meet back in downward facing dog. Biceps surrounding our ears, hips high, 2 breaths. All right, let's flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, arms back. Exhale, chair pose, sit low, sweep your arms forward. Exhale, forward fold, straighten your legs, shake it out. Step your left foot up and back, low lunge, take up space. Spin and plant that left foot, blossom open to the side, warrior 2. Flip that right palm, reverse your warrior, sweep up and back. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. Straighten your front knee, exhale, triangle pose, hinge forward, tick tack down. We'll lift for 3 times, lift up, and then lower. Lift up, then lower. Last one, lift up, triangle pose, find your depth open. Good, then bend into your right knee, cartwheel your hands down, runner's lunge, shimmy that right foot over. Lower your back knee, twist over your right shoulder. And then plant both palms, tuck your back toe, 3-legged down dog kick. Exhale, chaturanga, ekapana. or straight to down dog. 2 full breaths there, pressing your chest closer to your thighs. All right, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bicep, triceps to the ceiling. Exhale, chair pose, bend into those knees, hips back. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Step your right foot up and back, low lunge, spin and plant that back foot. Rise on up, warrior 2, shoulders stacked over hips. Flip your left palm, reverse it, sweep up and back. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. Straighten your front knee, triangle pose, hinge forward, take tuck down. Let's lift for up and down. Lift for the ceiling and release. Last one, activate that side body and lower, triangle pose. Frame your left foot with both hands, runner's lunge, shimmy that left foot down and over. Press into your left knee, gaze over your left shoulder, twist. And then plant both palms, tuck your back toes, sweep your left foot up. Take a chaturanga, or 3-legged down dog to down dog. 2 breaths once you find down dog, melting those heels to the mat any amount. We'll flow one more time. Let's do this. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, chair pose, sweep your arms forward, weighting your heels. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Step your left foot up and back, low lunge. Plant that back foot parallel, rise up, warrior 2, find that 90-degree bend. Flip that right palm, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. Straighten your front knee, bump your hips back, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Let's bob as if the balloon above us for 1, and then lower. Lift for 2, and then lower. Reach up, and then lower, triangle pose. Bend into that right knee, cartwheel your hands down, shimmy that right foot over, runner's lunge. Press into that right knee, gaze over your right shoulder, twist. Plant both palms. Lift your back knee, sweep that right heel up and back. 3-legged down dog kick, chaturanga, or down dog. Spread your fingers wide, pressing into the knuckles of your palms. Last flow, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fly your hands back. Exhale, chair, root into those feet as you reach your arms high. Pull that navel away from your thighs and forward fold, melt down. Step your right foot up and back, low lunge. Plant that back foot, rise on up, front heel, back arch alignment, warrior 2. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Inhale, rise. Straighten that front knee. Give yourself some room, triangle pose. Trikonasana, chest faces to the side. Lift up through your obliques and then lower. Up and then lower. Keep pulling that right hip up and open. Up and then lower. Triangle pose. Flower your right palm, your left palm to the mat. Shimmy your left foot over, runner's lunge. Press into your left knee, gaze over your left shoulder, twist. Exhale, plant both palms. Tuck your back toe. Sweep that left heel up and back. Chaturanga or down dog. Once in down dog, 2 full breaths. Feel free to open your mouth. Release that hot air. And lower your knees, take a seat. Swing your legs in front. Feel free to take a sip of water, roll out your wrists. Awesome, so I got a funky little core section for us to play with today. First isn't so crazy. We're gonna start in a boat pose. So you dock your toes in front of you, knees bent. Hands can start behind your thighs, just to give you the correct lift in your chest, and then lean back and ankle. You feel good here, stay here. If you want more, bring your shins parallel by floating your toes. And what we're gonna do is hands at heart center. We're gonna do simple twists. So bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, cross. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, cross. Go at your own pace. Try to keep your knees together. Heart lifted. You got it. Open mouth exhale is totally welcome. Last 3 each side. Last 2 each side. Last 1 each side. Now if your toes are lifted, keep them lifted. I know you're not gonna like me. What we're gonna do is open our knees, keep our toes together, reach between, almost touching our feet, and then closing our knees, reaching our arms out to the side. So reach through, knees open, close your knees, reach out. Feel free to take this at your own speed. Again, staying on our sit bones, chest lifted. Knees come to elbows almost. Yes. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Bring your right shin in front of you, kind of at a 90-degree angle. We're going for deer pose. So your legs are kind of in a swastika here. 2 90-degree angles, right knee and shin, left knee and shin. And what we're going to start doing is leaning onto our right forearm. So you're going to get a nice little compression on our right side. You might want to bring your left hand for some support. We're going to work on our left outer hip here. So flex your left foot, lift your left knee and your left ankle off the mat. Here we go. We're going to pulse our left knee up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And now we're going to kick forward and back. 7 more times, just like that. Flex that foot. I'm right here with you. You'll start to feel it soon, I promise. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. 2. 1. Now keep your foot facing forward. Flex that foot. And now we're going to dial our toes up for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee back to the earth. Come back to that swastika shape, deer pose. Sit up tall first, and then begin to turn your torso over your right thigh, right hip, and maybe press into your palms. Maybe lower down to your forearms. This is a little bit of a release on our outer hips, deer pose. So let your chin come to your chest for a few breaths. Press weight back into your palms to come up to a seat and switch out your legs. So sweep your left shin in front of you, maybe parallel to the top of your mat. Or you sweep your right leg behind you. Again, creating those 90-degree angles with your legs. Flex that right foot. Maybe lean onto that left forearm for a little bit of support. You might need your right hand as well. And we're going to start by lifting our right leg, knee, and ankle off the mat. We're going to pulse our knee up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This side's already burning for me, and then we'll do our slow kicks. Forward and back, same leg. Try to straighten as much as you can. Just using that strong outer hip. 5 more. Last 4. Last 3. 2. Woo. 1. All right, keep your foot facing forward. Flex, flex, flex. We're going to dial our pinky toes and our toes towards the ceiling as much as you can for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, place that back foot at that 90-degree angle, back leg behind you. Come to, try to sitting on your sit bones to straighten out, flex both sets of feet, and now using your strong core, turn over your left thigh and aim out. Maybe walk onto your palms, maybe lower onto your forearms. Take 5 to 6 breaths here in deer pose. You're gonna press weight back into your palms, you lower down, and then bring your hip bones, your knees together. Stomp your feet on the mat, knees bent towards the ceiling, reach forward, and lower all the way onto your back. We're just gonna give ourselves a little release in a ball pose, knees to chest, forearms are up around your shins. And then exhale, big morning stretch on your back. Toes lengthened forward, sigh out your breath. pull your knees back towards your belly. Reach through the backs of your thighs. Rock and roll forward and back a couple of times. We don't want our bodies to cool down too much. And after that second or third rock and roll, find your way to a plank. Palms underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Belly is warmed up. Take a deep breath in. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat for a count of 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes. Take your favorite belly back bend. Maybe it's Sphinx today. Maybe it's a wiggle in your upward facing dog. And then exhale, child's pose, just to reset our breath, our intention. If your shoulders are feeling tight, feel free to reach for the outside of your feet while leaving your forehead to the mat or a block. Good, one more round of breath here. Awesome. Slowly begin to crawl your hands forward, pressing weight into your palms, squeeze your knees underneath your hips. Find downward facing dog, hips high. Slight bend in your knees. Pull your shoulder blades together and towards your tail. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane your arms back. Then exhale, chair pose. Bend into your knees, sink your booty towards your heels. Pull your belly off of your thighs. Good, palms come together, glide them towards your heart. Inhale, hinge forward, exhale, prayer twist with your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Check back to make sure that left knee didn't sneak too far forward. Pull it back in line. And then gaze over your right elbow. With every exhale, you have the room to twist deeper. One more breath. Keep your left elbow glued to your right knee, or you can bring your fingertips down. Lift your left foot up just enough so you can take a big step back, revolved crescent lunge. So you're still in this twist, your left leg is back, left heel is popped. Maybe fly your arms if that's in your practice. Good, release your fingertips to surround your right foot. And then crawl your hands over to the left side for a wide-legged forward fold. Shift your feet so they are now parallel. And just hang your torso heavy between your thighs. If it feels good, you can take a chest expansion here. Or maybe just reach between your legs or to a prop. Release your fingertips to the mat if you went for the bind. Then we're gonna slowly ease ourselves into Skandasana towards our left foot or back foot. So slightly dial out your left toes and sink your hips back. Maybe your hips are high, your right foot is popped, or maybe you can slowly allow your body to open. Dial your hips towards your left heel. Flex your right foot if so. Maybe keep your hands on the earth or hands to heart center. Feel free to take a bind if that's your practice as well. If you went for the bind, unwind. Press your hands back into the mat. Inhale, wide-legged forward fold. Lift your hips like a pyramid. And then we're going to shift to Skandasana towards the front foot. Dial your right toes out. Knee goes the same direction as your toes. Take your time. Let your body open up. This is a big inner thigh hip opener here. It's gonna look different for everybody. Maybe stay here. Maybe test your balance. Maybe your right heel is lifted, that's okay. Good, slowly return back to your wide-legged forward fold, both feet planted, hips high. Crown of your head pointing between your toes to let that tension in your neck go. Maybe shake out your head. Then bring your hands to your hip bones. Squeeze your elbows towards the ceiling. Root into those heels, slight bend in your knees. Slowly, with control, rise up to stand. Good. Dial your right toes towards the front, returning to that warrior two stance. If you have that block or book or bottle nearby, make sure it's towards the front of your mat. This is when we're going to transition into our balancing series, starting with half moon. So first, starting your warrior two, maybe bring your left hand to your hip bone, keep it open as it is now, and then gaze about 6 inches to 1 foot in front of your right toes. Hinge forward, so all the weight comes onto your right foot, and then pendulum down. Remember, keep that left hip stacked, so it's reaching towards the ceiling, just like as we were in triangle. Flex your left foot, reach your left hand high. If you fall out of it, come right back in. One more breath. Good, half moons come to standing L. So dial your left toes down, but keep your left leg lifted. Still stomping on that imaginary wall right behind you. Both hands are rooted down. We're gonna go for 3 Shiva squats here. First with both hands to the mat. Shiva squat, you're bringing your left knee behind your right knee, bending both. Squeeze. And then kick your left foot out with control, thigh pressing towards the ceiling. Now maybe this time, bring your right hand to your heart, bend your left knee towards your right back knee, Shiva squat, squeeze. Press that left foot back. Maybe this time, bring both hands to heart center, Shiva squat, left knee comes into that right knee pit, squeeze, and kick your left heel back, pause. If you're feeling wobbly, touch down those fingers, or slowly rise to one-legged tadasana. Scoop that left knee in line with your hip. Take your time, find a steady gazing point. Once your head, your shoulders, your hips are stacked above that right heel, feel some relief. And then exhale, bring your left knee closer to your chest. Give it a deep, deep squeeze, 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 squeeze. Flex your left toes. And then return that left knee to stack in front of your left hip. Keep your right hand on the outer edge of your left knee and reach your left arm back. Twist through your upper torso. If this is too easy for you, maybe reach for the outer edge of your left foot and extend your leg in front of you. Maybe gaze towards that left thumb. Good, twist, come back to the bent knee expression if you straighten it. And then come back to one-legged tadasana, reach your arms up. Exhale, release your left foot. Let's do an easy back bend. Go push your arms, lift your chest, shift your hips forward, feel that release in your hips. Inhale, mountain lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift, hands against shins, forearms back. Exhale, fold. Plant both palms, step back, chaturanga. Wash that out. Downward facing dog is where we meet. 2 full breaths in and out of your nose. You guys got this. This is our last full standing series. It's a doozy, but all that strength in your glutes and your booty. You got it. All right, other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane your arms. Exhale, chair pose, bend into those knees. All the weight is in your heels. Scoop that tailbone down, use those strong glutes. Just press your palms together, glide them towards your midline. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Pull that right knee back in line. Shift your hips lower than your heart. Use your breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Good. Feel free to touch your fingertips down or keep your left foot rooted. Gentle lift of your right and take a big step back into revolved crescent. So my elbows stay glued to my knee. Back heel is stacked over your back toes. Still scissoring your inner thighs together. Maybe fly your arms. Good. Fan your palms to surround your left foot. And then walk your hands over. So you're coming into a wide-legged forward fold once more. Since we've been in this once before, feel free to take another variation. Chest expansion's where it's at. Feel free to continue there. You can also take an inversion. We'll get to Skandasana in a few breaths. Wide-legged forward fold, come back to the first expression. Skandasana to the back, dial those right toes out just a tad. Slowly walk your hands closer to that right foot and sink your hip back any amount. Maybe dial those left toes to the ceiling. Maybe it's a little bit deeper. Maybe you need to use your breath. Maybe you need to back off. Find your edge. Okay, Skandasana to the front. So walk your hands through wide-legged forward fold first. Straightening both legs, letting your head point down. And then walk your hands towards your front foot. Dial those left toes out. Knee tracks towards those left toes. Sink any amount. Try to pull your pelvic floors in. Good. Return to your wide-legged forward fold one last time. Feet parallel. Shifting the weight towards your toes. Bring your hands towards your hip bones. Grasshopper your elbows to the ceiling. Slight bend in your knees as you slowly rise up, squeezing those glutes, using that strong back, those open hamstrings to stand. Good. Dial those left toes back to your warrior two. Feel expansive. Maybe move the prop back to its spot in front of your mat. Right hand comes to hip. You got this. Half moon pose. Begin to press the weight into your left foot. Float that right heel in line with your spine. Keep that right hip stacked. Maybe reach your right arm high. Slight bend in that standing knee. Maybe test your balance with releasing your prop. Last little breath. Keep that back foot lifted. Dial your right toes down, your right hip down. So you're now in standing L. Yes, strong right hamstring force towards the ceiling. We're going to do 3 Shiva squats. Both hands on the mat for the first one. Pull your right knee into your left knee pit. And then slowly stretch back out to your standing out. Now lift your left hand, bring your thumb to your sternum. Bring your right knee, squeeze it in behind your left, kind of like eagle. And then slowly stomp that right foot back. Maybe test your balance, bring both hands to heart center. Bend into your left knee, squeeze that right knee in. Last Shiva squat, expand. Pause here. Maybe touch down. And then here we go. Really use that strong outer hip, root into those heels. Rise on up for one-legged tadasana. Pulling your right knee in line with your hip. Right thigh parallel to the mat. Scoop that navel in. You are awesome. Breathe. Good. And then wrap your hands around your right shin, squeeze your thigh closer to your right armpit. This might feel good. Lengthening the back body. Return it back to one-legged tadasana. And keep your left fingertips to the outside of your right knee and reach your right arm back. Twisting from your center. Flex your right foot. If you find this easy, maybe reach for the outer edge of your right foot and extend that left leg, that right leg. You can gaze towards your right leg. Come back to the first expression, one-legged tadasana, reach your arms up. Plant your right foot, feel tall and long. Exhale, easy back bend, open your chest as you put your elbows back, shift your hips forward. Woo. Inhale, mountain reach. Exhale, forward fold, you guys did it. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, last chaturanga class, step back. Flow high to low. Inhale, roll your shoulders back so your neck is long. Exhale, downward facing dog. Open up, exhale, let that out. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Sweep your right knee right behind your right wrist. Point your left toes back and long behind you. Maybe sit up a little bit taller. Use those inner thighs to sit up tall. And then exhale, maybe take your version of a sweeping pigeon. Maybe staying on your fists, your palms, your forearms, or resting your head on a pillow or a block. Begin to press weight back into your palms, to lift your back toe. Sweep your right heel up and back. Feel free to shake it out. Flip your dog. Or maybe just come back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left shin. Side of your left calf is on the mat. Pull that left knee back a bit so both hips are squared forward. Staying your fingertips for the start of it, opening your chest. And then whenever it feels right, maybe lowering your belly, your chest over your left shin, your left ankle. Take the next 6 to 8 breaths here. To surrender, to sink into it. Losing my head spinning round and round. Do you feel me now? With the taste of your lips, I'm on the ride. Your toxic, I'm slipping. Begin to press weight back into your hands to lift up. Tuck your back toes, sweep that left heel up. Shake it out. Take whatever movements feel right. Get that blood flow moving again. Return to down dog in your own time, no rush. Lower your knees. Take a seat. Swing your legs in front of you. Knees bent towards the ceiling. Stomp both of your feet in the mat in front of you. Reach your arms long. And slowly, with control, lower all the way onto your back. It's taking over me. And shimmy your heels a little bit closer towards your sit bones. Enough so that you're brushing the backs of your heels. Inhale to repair. Exhale, bridge pose. Peel your low back, your mid back off the mat. Pointing your knees forward to lift your hip bones towards the ceiling. Maybe work one shoulder then the other underneath you to interlace your fingers. And watch your belly rise and fall with your breath. Slowly lower your upper back, your mid back, your low back to the mat. Walk your feet to the edges of your mat. Give yourself a little bit more room. And knock your knees together for broken bridge. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Good, bring your feet back in line with your hip bones, your sit bones, knees towards the ceiling. We have time for one more back bend, so feel free to take another bridge. Maybe this time, reach your arms up and above you. If wheel is in your practice, feel free. If you're looking for more restorative, take that block. Lift up your hips, and let your sacrum just relax onto that block. Take the next 4 to 5 breaths to explore. Whenever you're ready, return to that broken bridge. Slowly make your way back to earth, throwing your upper back, your mid back, your low back. Again, either broken bridge, feet wide, or if it feels better on your hips, Supta Baddha Konasana, knees wide, feet together. Just make sure your low back is pressed down, slight engagement of your low belly. Close your eyes, one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Reach for the outside of your knees, close your knees together like a book. Then bring your knees to stack over your hips, bringing your shins parallel to the mat in front of you. Tee out your arms. We've done a lot of twisting today, so this is the most gentle twist we can. Just release your both knees over to the left, gluing that right shoulder blade down. You gaze over your right arm. Surrender into this. Lengthen your breath. Good. Bring your knees back towards the ceiling, using that strong core. And then exhale, easy twist to the right. Let both knees fall to the right side. Knees, legs make a 90-degree angle. Then your arms wing out. Chest is open. Bring your nose to point towards your left thumb. Close your eyes. I've got the rain to wish me well. So is the day. Pull your knees back to center. Happy baby. Knees open wide around your hips, your ribs. Flex your feet towards the ceiling. Maybe just wrap your arms around your thighs, your calves, or the outer edges of your feet. Take that gentle rock. Massaging out your mid back. Straighten one leg then the other. Exhale, full wind removing pose. Coming into that tiny ball on our backs. Thighs together, knees towards your heart. Wrap forearms around your shins, nose towards your knees. Make this the biggest effort you can. Flex your toes, clench your jaw, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale, Shavasana. Unwind with a sigh. Grab a blanket or some clothing, maybe something to cover your eyes. Allow your toes, your feet to soften. Your calves, your thighs, your quads to relax. Unclench your glutes, soften your low back, your belly. Pull your shoulder blades together and down your back for your heart to rise. Flap your hands open. just rest. Feel free to stay here in your shavasana. If you're ready to be woken, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle out your ankles, your wrists. Rock your head right and left. Reach your arms up and above you, taking a good Tuesday evening stretch. Open your mouth to yawn. Bend your knees and roll to your right or left side for fetal pose. Taking a moment for yourself. And slowly pressing yourself up to a seat, using as little energy as possible. Feel free to keep your eyes sleepy or soft and closed. Together, we'll reach our arms out and up, gathering all that positive energy we created with our bodies and our breath, and pull it towards heart center to fuel us, to keep us warm, to let us sleep, keep us grounded when we need to be grounded. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, space between your eyebrows, connect mind with body. And bow forward to honor your practice.